Hey guys, what is up? I'm Ian and welcome to the Brokenomics 100k token sale challenge. So before we get into exactly which tokens we're holding and the rules of the challenge, I just want to talk about why token sales are an idea that has a lot of potential in general as investment opportunities. Number one, they're exciting. I mean, the idea of getting into the next Solana or the next flow, getting that huge 150x that can potentially change your portfolio completely, is a really just an exciting prospect. Secondly, there's some advantages built into ICOs that are often seen as disadvantages to those that miss out. The exclusionary nature of them. So companies that do ICOs, if they wanted to simply raise money, could just go back to the venture capitalists that got them there in the first place, or the private investors. But the idea behind a public sale, be it an ICO or an IDO, is that it's a great community builder. It's superb marketing for the project, and yeah, just like builds a lot of hype around the sale. And once that hype is built, the reality is, with the generally small allocation that is given to the ICO, the majority of people are going to miss out. And when some of those people miss out at the ICO stage, well, it's quite likely they're going to want to buy the token later if it's a project that they're really invested in. Often tokens are sold, obviously not always, at very reasonable prices to incentivize people to get in early, and this also helps create the potential for profits in them. You also have, a huge amount of FOMO for those that miss out on listing day, generally, resulting in people getting wrecked on projects, that the list is as long as your arm: Casper, ICP, Credo, whatever. Take your pick. So these are some of the inherent advantages to when you do manage to actually get the allocation. And although, of course, you're going to miss out most of the time, it's about hype, or it's about taking shots, and it's about hustle. And in terms of hustle, there is a long list on our Telegram that we keep updated. We're also bringing in NFT drops this week, which kind of have the same concept, right? A small amount for sale and more people want them. That allows the price to be driven up post listing on solid projects. So if you're interested in taking shots, showing hustle, and chatting crypto in general, we're always there on Telegram. It's a super community full of some really smart people and some really good guys too, and has the potential to bring a lot of opportunity to you and your portfolio. So in terms of the rules, I think they're pretty simple, but this is just episode 1 of this challenge. Please follow along with it, subscribe to us. There's going to be more episodes, and engage with the challenge if it's something that interests you. And also give us feedback. If you don't like the rules, or you think I'm missing something, or me and the guys have done something could be done in a better way, please tell us. So the rules we just had are only allowed to buy pre-listing. So whether it's an NFT, it cannot be already on a marketplace. It has to be the initial sale. And with tokens, they can't be listed on exchanges. No trades, so our swing trades, or if the guys are scalping or anything like that, is included in this. No long-term investments, they're not included either. And it's just ICOs, IDOs, NFT drops, whitelists, pre-sales, and private sales. That's all. Or if they manage to find a new name for a sale that's not an ICO, we'll do that too. So in terms of the portfolio, I'll just go through it here. It's not our idea to just like buy it and dump straight away, but ICOs do give you the opportunity to lock in profits, and certainly locking in profits and profit taking in crypto is something I think that's not talked about enough. So starting off with the first one, we got Casper. Doesn't release for a long time. Bought it at 1.5 cents, 1,000 invested. Its current market value is about 6 2/3x. And again, these are paper gains, but particularly in the case of Casper, I'd be far more inclined, not financial advice, personally, in the coming weeks to actually buy more of it rather than wish I was rid of this allocation. So quite bullish on that project as the validator on lock ends at the end of this month especially. Credo, a bit of a different story. Bought at 50 cent, invested 1,000. This number cashed out takes account of fees. So the total cash out amount was 1832. just with the listing it 2 weeks early on an exchange, when they didn't say it, they didn't tell people that, and also the fact that there was a serious problem with actually getting the token sold once they were unlocked. They were still locked because you couldn't sell them. So just something me and the guys just said, look, let's just sell this and move on with our lives. Vega is one that we got a community allocation in. Shout out to hustling. Go talk to people, talk to teams, get involved with projects, and if it's something you're excited about, try and find a way to contribute to the project and get yourself allocations. Go out and earn them. So we bought this at the cheapest price of the sale options at $5. It's currently trading at $16.50. We invested $2,000. That's the current market value. But again, in these two cases, I'm well aware that these are paper gains. If you have ideas on a better way to value them, should I apply a discount factor, something like that, I'm more than happy to do it. It's not about the numbers really until you can actually have that money in your account anyway. So these are generally just estimates. IMX, again, Immutable X, unlocking on October 19th or around it. Shout out to Hussle again. They pinned a message or put a message in their Telegram after the CoinList sale was announced that you could just apply for priority queue. So we did, and some of us got it, some of us didn't. But that resulted in us getting $1,000 worth from the priority queue that I got, both options, no problem. And I've just left this valued at $1,000 because it's not listed, and that's what I bought it for. Discrete is a pre-sale IDO that is done on their own website. It's a project we engaged with, did a video on because we were so impressed with the tech. And I will leave a link to it in the description. The downside of this from the structure of the sale format is that there will be no FOMO or hype. You can buy it if you want to right now. It doesn't release until Q2 2022, but it's a launchpad IDO, so the price will rise up to 50 cent by the end of it. We got it at like 9 cent or something like that when I first bought it. I think it was 8 cent, 9 cent, something like that. It's currently at 11 or 12. So Glimmer Moonbeam was a parachain auction that, because money was locked and staked, we got a $2,500 allocation. Quite bullish on this one, and it's still sitting at 2,500, obviously because it hasn't listed. Buy token, just absolute random IDO that we did. Not a particular lot of thought went into this one, I'll be honest, but invested $750. 20% of the tokens were sold at a sort of 6.3x gain, and we still have 80% of the tokens, although prices tanked since then. So yeah, we might, let's see if we can find a bit of a bounce in this and see what happens with it. Opulus we have as well, that lists tomorrow. Only a $400 allocation, but hey, they all add up, and we'll see where that one goes. And as I say, this is a series, we'll be updating this stuff. In terms of NFTs, we've done pretty well on this one. Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, he is number 5276. I'll try find him here for you guys. Hang on 1 second. I'll drag him across. So we actually turned down an offer of 10,500 on this guy, which might sound crazy, but the current offer is actually below the floor price, well below the floor price, and he is in the top 5% most rare. So there's quite a premium, obviously, on the rarer ones. I valued him conservatively at 7k at the moment. That's the offer in. He's not even listed, and we've turned down higher offers. Will we live to regret that? Who knows? But it's a project we're bullish on, and think with the developments in it in terms of utility and community building for the NFT, that it has the potential to go a long way. So you can argue the toss with me about that valuation. I think if we listed him for 7,000, we'd sell him pretty quickly. We also have 3 flippies. Well, we don't. We have 2 flippies because we're actually doing a giveaway at the moment. I'll pin the giveaway in the description for you guys that are subscribed or involved in our socials. you've already, done some of the social tasks to get yourself more entries in the raffle. A lot of the people who did enter it were like bum accounts, so not actually that many entries in it. So yeah, enter the competition, save us getting wrecked for giving away a flippy. So 1800 on them, and if I pull them across, they're just listed now. I was just talking to Robin about this. They're on Solsea, which is a small exchange, so minted for 4 sol each. Floor is 3.8 sol, which is pretty good. It means we won't take a loss on them, as we have one particularly rare, like, I don't know, top 3 or 4%, I think, most rare flippies. So and the floor is rising as well. It went down to 3.25 sol, so it's rising at the moment. And yeah, again, this will be like an ongoing series, so if we get wrecked, we'll be sure to let you know. So that leaves us at the moment with $11,200 invested between the three of us. So and as I say, just like a fun IDO fund. This isn't our holdings or anything like that. It's just sharing out allocations and kind of sharing the love. If you get one, share it with your mates, and they do the same with us. 2782 cashed out. The tokens held value 28,209, and again, yeah, paper gains, but it's the best way I can value them at the moment. Total current value at 31k, so we're sitting at 19,800 almost in profit at the moment. So a couple of thoughts on it. If you have ideas for a better way to do it, or have ideas for launch pads or IDO platforms that we should be going to and that give us opportunities for staking tokens, we've looked at lots of them. We have polls, we have TrustSwap, we have a good few. At the minute, I was holding off to buy BSC pad tokens, and I'm glad I did, because of what the markets did the last couple of days. But share any ideas you have, either here in the comments or on YouTube or on Twitter, and subscribe to the channel to follow the journey. The link tree is pinned, and in the description you'll have our comp for the flippy, and our Telegram chat and announcements if you want to join them for up-to-date info. Yeah, guys, appreciate you taking the time. If this is a series you want to see, smash the like button and follow along on our various socials for the journey. Much appreciated, and goodbye.